Mad Cat Audio.
Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Take What You Need, the podcast, featuring Alix Camp of Earth to Alix. We discover the art of being playful in your spiritual journey and of evolution and softness, as well as being flexible with boundary making. It's a really powerful conversation with a really gentle and powerful person who's been very instrumental in my healing journey. So I'm so excited to share this message with you guys today. So with that, I invite you to get into a nice, comfortable seated position. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes. There is no right or wrong way to show up in this moment. Take a deep breath in the nose and let it out with a sigh through the mouth. And I invite you to come as you are and take what you need. For being here today. I am so honored to have you in the space to get to talk to you and look you in the eye, which is so fun. We usually have people who come and do like Zooms with us, so this is really fun to get to do this in person and share. You are such an instrumental person in my healing journey up until this point. It's been like kismet that we've met, and I'm so honored to have you in here to talk and share and lift you up and lift your voice. And this platform is as much mine as it is yours. So thank you so much for being here today.
Aw, thank you, Lexi.
You're welcome.
It feels so cozy to be here with you too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know, I feel like how we met, I mean, a few people have heard this story, but for my end, I had followed you on Instagram for some time now. And I just really was like admiring your way of showing up in that space. And it's so authentic and real. And I sent you a DM like, I don't know, September 21 maybe?
Wow, to the day.
I think so.
Is that
like
our anniversary?
It is! When we became friends! Yeah. We went from mutuals to lovers.
When she slid into my DMs.
Yeah, I did. Well, like around that time, and I just said to you, like, hey, like, I don't know you, but I really appreciate you. I see you. I see your magic. I think it's oftentimes in that kind of space when people are doing healing work, it's, you know who's real and you know who's not. So when I was seeing you do your things, I was like, yes, this girl's got it. She's doing it. And you needed to hear it.
Aww.
And I wanted you just to know that, like, people see you.
Oh, thanks, Lexi. You know, I definitely remember seeing and reading that message. And we had been following each other for a while before that. Yeah. And the feeling was so mutual, so resonant, so aligned. I really related to a lot of your content too. And it nourished me in a lot of ways. That was definitely in the pandemic times.
Yes. Yeah.
When a lot of us were needing a little lift. Mm-hmm. So yeah, just so good.
Yeah, it was nice
so
to
easeful.
Be seen. Yes. Yeah. It's nice to be seen in such a like open way of like, hey, I don't know where this is gonna lead. I don't know what this is, but I just see you. I see you doing your thing. Love you so much. Keep doing it, girl. And then like 2 years later, we showed up at the Singing Sun coffee shop in Ventura. Like, out of the blue, I had moved. Life had happened. I'd finally made my way up here. I was living in Santa Paula. And my roommate and I went to Singing Sun, which became my, like, quickly favorite coffee shop of all time. So great. And you were outside as we were walking past you. And I was like...
Yeah, I was walking in as you guys were coming out.
Yeah, and I was like, Alix? And you were like... Yeah? And I'm like, I'm Black Magic Woman. And you were like, oh my God.
Well, honestly, I had never expected you were like a little angelic being.
Oh.
Like, I had never expected to meet you in real life.
Really?
Like, it just totally threw me off. I was like, what?
Yeah.
You're here in Ventura?
Yeah.
No, that was definitely a little magic.
It was.
Moment.
It was, because I felt the same way. I felt the same way. I still feel that way about you. It's like seeing you in person, I was like, I'm a fan. I have to say something. She's real. I have to go talk to her right now. approaching it was like, I just had to do it. My roommate, like, in that moment, I was like, that's Alix. And she's like, who's that? And I'm like, before she could even, like, finish her thought, I was like, hello! Like, I have to talk to you.
I'm so glad you did.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it was just one of those things that I knew I had to do it. I felt like I had to do it. And then it just... so random, so out of the blue. We exchanged numbers so fast, and I was like, I hope she doesn't think I'm like a psycho stalker. I just like want to be mutuals. I want to be friends. I want to like spend time with her.
Thanks for initiating. Thanks for being the vulnerable one.
I will always do that. I will always do it. I maybe was kind of on autopilot about it. It just felt like I had to do it, and you just jump and you do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was so amazing. And even then, it just like kind of birthed this incredible relationship. And even just a few short months of us just knowing each other in real life.
Yeah, that's pretty bonkers.
I feel very I feel like very like connected, and I feel like so honored to share space and community with you, and it's so like, and like it just keeps growing and it keeps going and it keeps
so easy
building. And
I remember the first time we hung out and had dinner, it was just like
let
me tell you everything about me. Yeah, it was so fun, like little kids.
Totally, 100%. That's exactly what it
and
feels
like birth and playfulness, really.
Yes, and that is the theme of this episode today, is the art of play and letting things just kind of take shape and like go with it. And I feel like we had talked about this a few days ago, and you were like, I don't know if I do that. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, all you are is play. Like, all you are is this art of like openness and like free flowing energy and imagination. And it's like, I've seen it in your practice. I've seen it just in your personality. And like, who better to share this kind of like openness with people? And like, I don't think it's something you can like quantify or like bottle, but like, you are like, to me, the best guide for that kind of thing.
Wow. Such a compliment.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I feel myself kind of being like, wow, Lexi really sees me like that, because I don't always see myself like that, even though I definitely incorporate a lot of imagination and play and creativity into my life and certainly my practice and energy healing. I do take myself seriously. I can get bogged down, and I can feel quite serious.
Yeah.
I just love that you see me that way.
Yeah, no, I think there's definitely like purpose to what you do, and there is like an honor that comes with the work that you do. And like, okay, so also for people who don't know, Alix was my Master Reiki teacher extraordinaire and gave me my certification, and we're going to do our teacher training together, and like just showed up in such a beautiful way. But there's a lot of honor that comes with what you do, and I've witnessed that as a student, seeing you just like, it's very intentional, the work that you do. And it's, there is like a lot of seriousness, and you do take yourself very seriously, because what you're doing is filled with honor and lineage and legacy. So I could definitely see that idea of like seriousness, but there's also so much fun when we're like playing and laughing and like just showing up in this space. Like, yes, there is like in a very intentional, serious way and manner, but there's so much freedom.
Yeah, I was just going through and editing our pictures from your master training. Yeah. And there are so many moments where people are giggling or laughing or just really excitedly chatting, like little kids would, talking about dinosaurs or something they're excited about. And there's like such a levity to the energy healing exploration space and process.
And you hold space for that, and you provide that. Like, I remember the last day we did like a guided meditation kind of like turning yourself into a planet.
Yeah.
And like melting yourself down and then turning yourself into this planet. And what do you see when you land on your planet? And like, there is a lot of imagination in my work too, and like play, but not like that. And so it was even kind of like funny doing it for myself, because I was like, this feels silly, but it's so real, you know? And you're like, just let it go, let it do. And I'm like, you're right, it's safe to do this. Like, it doesn't have to be like, oh, and we're carving away at this heavy sword, you know, like your mother or whatever. You know, it's like,
no, absolutely. That's poignant, really.
Yes, it's like, it doesn't have to always be that. And there's still things that get excavated. There's still work and energy and healing that comes from being a big blue planet crashing against other planet, or whatever the case may be.
Oh, yeah.
So it was cool. It was something even that I felt like, oh, this is kind of funny and silly, and I felt maybe a little uncomfortable, and then I was just like, lean into it, you know, like do it. You know? And you gave that space, and I think that's really cool, so thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm so happy that it could meet an edge for you a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it did for me too when I first started doing that. And that's good.
Yes.
It's good to come up against that edge, even for yourself as a healer.
Yeah.
Because that means you have more capacity to hold for your client.
Yeah.
And yeah, I find the play really helpful in working with people's trauma, because a lot of people already know their issues.
Yeah.
They know their problems.
Period.
They know their patterns, and probably they've been facing it head on for several years already.
Yeah.
So giving them a creative practice that you can guide them through, almost like you're diving into their psyche and you're their little tour guide.
Yeah.
And you're there to keep them safe, and you're there to just hold it down for them.
Yeah.
And you can tell them, okay, like, what's here to the right? Like, what's in this dark cavern? And they're like, ooh, I don't know. But you're like, I got you. We're gonna go in there.
I have a flashlight.
Yeah. Bring in whatever you need to help the safety. Help them feel safe.
Yes.
And then, you can kind of skirt your way around those, like, you know, really, really hard, like, let's look at this. And it's more playful, like, oh, what? There's a little frog in that cave? I didn't know. Like, what is that? What does that mean? And sometimes it doesn't even matter what it means. Right. But the visuals and the sensations can help alleviate some of the stagnation, the clutter, the tension there. Yes. The weight.
Yes. So, as you were saying about, like, finding creativity, I think there's just, like, movement in that probably people aren't even open or aware of it happening. Like that freedom to just play a little bit, where it's like in this constant need to figure out. This energy is so serious and so heavy, and like you said, people come in already knowing what they're facing. So like giving them an opportunity to like even ease up the energy a little bit, or just like shift perspective and give them space to just like play a little, or just be more open in a different way. Like even when I've worked with you and we're walking through a forest together, and I was like, okay, we're walking through the forest, and like I'm in my water, okay, and then like it's like these little pebbles are falling off of me, and I'm like, okay. Like it's so refreshing, instead of it being like, all right, we're laying here, and on your left hip is your mother wound, and it's like your father and like your grandmother, and it's like, you know, this really heavy, like, and it can be definitely, and like the things that you're facing even in play can come up and feel heavy, but I think it's a nice refreshing energy to have someone just kind of guide you through a beautiful place in a safe, beautiful way, and your younger self shows up in a beautiful way, and everything feels like lighthearted, even if it is something that you're like, wow, I'm really like working through this heavy thing right now. And to have like a container of just like a little bit of softness and a little bit of like freedom and a little bit of like movement, rather than it being this really like pivotal point, picking at a zit kind of
exactly
pressurized.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think you said that all really well. Yeah.
Would you say that play has always been something you've incorporated in all of your journey up until this point, or is it something that you're recognizing more so now? Like, let's say like from the beginning, baby Alix healer, was play something that you incorporated, maybe not even cognizantly, just like something like that just was, or like how would you say play like has kind of flown into your practice up until this point?
Well, I would definitely say I've always loved being super creative. Yeah. And I've loved anything to do with magic or fairies or divination since I was really young. But most of that was, it harbored a lot of shame for me, actually. Like, I didn't want to be made fun of for believing in fairies or thinking you could, you know, we didn't use these words back then, but manifest things. Right. Or, you know, be able to tap into subtle energies, hence divination or tarot or even astrology. So that was like a little bit of my secret life. Okay. And I loved being alone and playing on my own as a child, probably for that reason. Yeah. like just going out in the backyard and looking for fairies or reading my fairy books. Or just like inventing things out of cardboard boxes. Just really living in that world of my own imagination. So definitely it's been a part of me in that way for a really long time. As far as Reiki and my work and practice involving play, I feel like I always just intuitively knew that if someone came in and I was really serious about their issues, it just wasn't very warm. It's like going to the hospital. Going to the hospital and getting a diagnosis is scary. A lot of people have a lot of fear around going to the doctor for that reason. We already have that very clinical side of things covered. So I want to be a different energy. I want my space to be a very different kind of space for them to walk into. And so far it is just really helpful in opening people up. So I've continued down that road. Maybe eventually I'll turn a different corner and do something very different. I'm not sure, but so far I really like this path of creative healing. They do call it the healing arts, after all.
Art. Absolutely. I think it also speaks to maybe that fearfulness and gives them a place to kind of put it down, which is so important, especially like in this healing work. And like people do show up and it's heavy, and if you're like new to them, they don't know what to expect, and you come in and you're just like, here's some tea, let's just see, let's just see what's going on, and like there's no right or wrong way to show up here, and we're just gonna see, and like it's all about you in this place and getting to put it down, whatever that looks like for you. And I think like that's so important, especially in this healing work, especially if it is something that's so like you're not able to grasp it, or like there is like quantifying and there is a lot of science behind this work, but it's still something very new.
And very mysterious, and to a certain extent probably will always have a level of mystery.
I agree.
And then there's also just the aspect of allowing what is. I think that's a big part of it too. When you go to the doctor, there's always something prescribed or something they're trying to fix about you. And in energy healing, I mean, certainly we're trying to increase vitality and release stagnation. But a good portion of my sessions is just allowing what is. It's okay. You have discomfort, that's okay. We can be here. It's safe to feel this discomfort. Even the pain. If someone's coming in and they have lower back pain, for instance, it's okay. Let's be with the pain. Let's try not to resist it. Let's explore what it feels like to just feel safe feeling the sensations. So we can feel safe in our bodies.
Absolutely.
That is a transformative act. To just simply allow yourself to feel safe in your body and to allow whatever's happening to happen.
Absolutely. You mentioned this idea of like feeling safe and letting people feel safe with you. Was there someone in your life that made you feel safe to transmute this like shameful, isolating feeling of like magic and fairies and all these things? Was there like a pivotal moment or a person that allowed you, or permission granted for you to be like, and this is who I am, baby? Like, did anyone give you that space, or did you just kind of have to make it for yourself?
I think part of my journey, and probably my chosen journey, is to not have someone to open these doors for me. So I have to do that on my own and go first, and then open those doors for other people. And it has been scary, and it has been very confronting. I found books to be helpful. I remember when I was 17, the book The Secret came out, and being obsessed with it and using really, really simple manifestation techniques to just like visualize the bus coming, waiting for the bus and being like, oh my God, how long is this going to take? And, because, I grew up in Hawaii, and the bus system is like, sometimes the bus is like an hour late. And so I would just like be visualizing the bus is coming. It's going to turn around the corner right now. Like, I feel it. And then I really would feel like, oh, it works. Like this does work.
This does work.
Yeah. So I think like, you know, maybe at that point, like in my teenage years, it was still, I mean, it's funny, the symbolism of like this book called The Secret, and then this like secretive life of mine. I didn't talk about it much, even still then. Like I wasn't telling my friends like, look what I've learned. I was just kind of like keeping it to myself because I didn't want people to roll their eyes at me. I didn't want them to, I didn't want to get rejected, I guess, for something that felt so real
to you.
Yeah, because I think I learned early on that things like that were a little weird. Like even when I was very young, I'd have all these dreams and like even waking life, I mean, what we'd call hallucinations at this point, but I would have so many paranormal experiences and my parents took me to the doctor for that. And the doctor would just tell me, well, like turn the lights on or something like that.
Like, thank you so much.
They, you know, like if I met a child like that going through that kind of thing now, I would likely tell them there's something to explore there. And that, you know, certainly not enforce that they're crazy.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't wait for you to be an auntie to my children.
Aww.
Yeah, I like
me too.
When you were saying that, I just felt that like you are exactly the type of like person and energy I want in my child's life, to know that like, yeah, your mom is a witch and so am I, and we are, and you are, and you are special and magical, and there's room to explore those things. So I really I saw that and I felt that. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna be an auntie to my kids, like
yes,
the auntie to my kids.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll be living in some little forest.
Absolutely, and we will find you.
Yeah, you guys will come over.
Yes, I can see it now.
We can pick herbs.
Yeah,
from the
absolutely, little flower crowns. I can see it now.
Yes, absolutely.
I definitely relate to the idea of like shame or just that secret life that you have. And I was in a relationship where like he didn't really necessarily agree with anything that I believed, and as my like spiritual journey was in like becoming, he was not at all involved in it and had no, like, I would try to share things with him and it wasn't at all reciprocated or like accepted at all. And it was like, how do you know this? I'm like, because it's what I feel so real to me. Like, how can it be wrong, or how can it not be real if I feel like this is so genuine to me? And so I remember that feeling of a lot of like secrecy and hiding, and maybe you can speak to your journey too, but it got to a place where it was just like uncomfortable, and like I had to choose me or him, and I was like, I'm gonna choose me. Like, I'm gonna step out and be myself. And there is like a lot of that fear of rejection, or of like, oh, like I just don't want to stand out any more than I already am. Like I don't want people to look at me any differently than they already do. And like, so having to really choose that is scary, and being a waymaker is heavy and big.
It can be lonely. It can be isolating.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
It can. But I'm so proud and glad that you've chosen to lean into it and be that person that makes the way and opens the door and is like, come on in, people, the water's fine. Like, it's such a big, heavy burden, but we're so grateful that you look at it as a privilege.
I mean, I'm so glad that people are finding use in my work, and for me it doesn't really feel like a burden. It feels like an exciting challenge. To take on and step up. And I'm always finding new edges, whether it's showing up on social media or teaching a class. It, you know, even at one point calling myself an energy healer was a huge edge for me. So yeah, and now it's not even a thing. Like totally. I went to a birthday party last night and people are all around the table like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I'm like, I'm an energy healer. A what?
Every time. Oh, and I'm like, you know.
And then you start talking and they're like leaning in, leaning in.
Yeah.
But when before I was terrified to talk about it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have a lot of friends that are super highly smart academic people, PhDs. They have PhDs. I do not have a PhD.
Right.
You know, they're doctors, they're attorneys, they're marketing executives. They're like saving people's lives, you know? And so I used to have a lot of shame of even sharing with my high school friends oh, this is what I'm doing now. Like, this is what I'm passionate about. This is what I'm working on. This is what I'm building. And now I can so openly talk to them about it. And I find that I'm met actually with so much curiosity and even admiration. Like, they're like, wow, like, you didn't have to go to school for 8 years and you're helping people?
And you're like, I know, right? It's crazy.
Just life school.
Absolutely. Just stumbling my way through it, just figuring it out as I go along. I think there is, it's interesting to like introduce yourself. I remember having a lot of like fear around telling people I was a Reiki healer for such a long time because it's not conventional, and like I wanted for so long to cling to what is like quote unquote like normal, and like I just always wanted this like beige life, quote unquote, like beige, like a beige safe beige neutral life where like you just are and you're existing and you're doing your normal job with your normal husband and your normal kids and your little Toyota Camry and you're living your best life, and it's all just very natural and neutral. And that's something I've craved for such a long time because I mean I grew up in a really tumultuous like childhood, and it's on top of having all these gifts and on top of all this other stuff, I just wanted like safety and neutrality. And so even like embracing this life has been a challenge. It's work, and it's, I mean, now I feel like I'm leaps and bounds from where I was, but for so long that's what I longed for. And so I would feel like a fear, like you said, or that like rejection or that like nervousness of being like, well, this is actually what I do.
Oh no, this is purple.
Yes, it's woo, it's sparkling, it's tinkly. It's so much more than just beige, you know, and introducing yourself as such and allowing yourself to be seen and really putting yourself forward. That was work. That's practice.
Oh yeah. And I think so many people can relate to that. Like no matter what they're
Maddie's saying her too.
No matter what, you know, they're passionate about, you know, if their parents are energy healers and they want to be a biologist, then maybe that's their big thing.
Totally.
That's like, oh my God, what's mom gonna say?
Right.
when I tell her I want to work in a lab.
So I feel like something I'll like incur like with my children, and they'll be like, I want to be a doctor. I'm like, are you sure? Ew. Why? Oh, that's schooling for what? Sweetie, no. Oh, that's schooling for what, darling? Like stirring a pot of herbs.
Magic.
Exactly.
I just feel like so many people are so scared about what people are going to think of them when they finally reveal what they really want. And we all, you know, all of us just want what's best for our friends, don't we? We do. We want people to share their gifts. Because then we benefit.
Exactly. Absolutely.
I had a friend I was talking to the other day, and she makes flower essences.
Amazing.
And she's made flower essences for years. And she's so intentional. She's an artist as well, so you know she's like putting so much creative juice into her process, and she's like scared to offer them. I'm like, oh girl, I'm gonna love you no matter what.
Absolutely.
But I sure would like some of those essences.
Should send those over here so I can share it with people. Exactly.
But I get it too. I get that it's terrifying.
It is. We were just having a conversation in another podcast episode pretty recent, today even, talking about showing up anyway and loving people where they're at. And like I was saying, how there's nothing more thrilling to me than someone lighting their candle. And like what I mean by lighting their candle is like finding their purpose, sharing it, saying it, this is what I'm doing, this is who I am, and like becoming and really stepping into who they really are. There is nothing more enlivening and gut-wrenching for me than seeing someone light their candle and really step into their purpose, because I remember what it was like when I was scared to step into my purpose and say like, hi, I'm a Reiki healer, this is what I do for a job. And to see someone else like have the courage, I'm like, yes, like go do it. Yes, like I'm so proud of you. Like that is the best feeling in the world. So I love when people come to me and they have that same like fear in their eyes, and they're like, but I'm a whisperer of a Reiki healer. I'm like, no, you're a healer, you know? Yeah. I love to be able to be that person to like encourage them, because not that I didn't have people encouraging me, but I had to do it for myself. I really did. You have to shake off that fear and be like, am I doing this or not? You know?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It becomes life or death. And, like, that sounds dramatic, but it's true. Like,
no, it is true. Yeah.
Like, this is, like, you choose the path or you wilt. I'm not gonna wilt. I can't. There's too much important stuff happening. We have too much important things to do.
Yeah. Yeah, and, I don't know. There's another little meditation sort of visualization that I take some of my clients on, where they're at this sort of fork in the road in their life. And, it's like, do I choose safety or do I choose liberation, freedom, excitement? And so I take them on this, like, little forest journey, like down the path, but then there's a fork in the road. Yeah. And then one side is like this beautiful meadow that they've been down this meadow path 100 times maybe, and they have their little inner child with them, and they know this path as well. Yeah. And it's like beautiful flowers over here, and maybe there's some animals, some squirrels here that they see every time, and they can have a little picnic here, and it's very mellow, and it's very enjoyable, it's very safe. Yeah. And then there's the other road where it's like cliffs and eagles, and there's an ocean on the other side of the cliffs, and a boat, and an island, and we kind of go exploring there together, like, and I ask them too, like, what do you see there? What's there? How's your inner child feel? And like, you guys can take a break if you want to, and it's like every single time, like, that's the one they really want to choose and explore and go down. Because that's what our heart wants.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was like, that's the heart's inner desire.
Yeah, and like, I don't think we're trained enough to really tap into when our heart is just straight up singing. Yeah. Like, there's a very palpable feeling when our heart is just like, yes, like, do this. Yeah. And even being an energy healer, like that, my very first training, I felt that. Yeah. But I was like, no. I could not possibly. No, that's silly. Yeah. And I kind of stifled it down for 3 years, but it kept kind of tugging. Yeah. I'm still here. Yeah. I'm not going away. And that's the thing about choosing safety and or choosing the thing, like choosing safety. If your heart sings doing something else that's not that safe thing, then it's never going to go away. No. Like that little tug, it's never going to go away. Right. So eventually you do have to make that choice. Right. Like, am I going to be here where my heart doesn't sing? Right. And or am I going to take some risks?
Right. And am I okay with that? Yeah.
Right. Am I okay with living my life?
Knowing my heart isn't singing? Yeah. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Like, you can't really make that choice for anybody. But I think I am a very, like, impassioned person, so it's like when anybody even just gets a whiff of it, an inkling, I'm like, that's the one! Yeah, you know, like, I can't even help myself. Yeah. I'm like, you're gonna do what you want, naturally. You're always gonna do what you want, and I want that for you. But, like, this is really good. Yeah. This is the beginning of everything. Right. And it's worth that, at least taking that step forward. I mean, I can't tell you what it's gonna look like on the other side, but, like, I'm there to cheer you on the whole way, you know? Yeah, it is. I really felt that, like, that movement of, like, my heart singing and, like, getting comfortable to recognizing what that feeling is. My heart is singing, like.
What's something that's made your heart sing recently?
Recently? What's made my heart
Or, like,
sing?
What's the thing what kind of thing comes to mind?
My move. Yes, my move. I'm moving. For anyone who doesn't know, I am moving. I'm moving on November 1st. I've been living in Santa Paula for about 7 months now, and I finally found my oasis in Ojai and downtown, like, just heaven on earth. Everything I could ever dream of, really. And every time I think about it, my heart hums. Like, it's just like this very, like, warm, like, yummy, delicious, like, like, and it just doesn't go away, and it's so exciting, and, like, the days are nearing, and I'm really excited about it. I don't actually know when this episode will launch, so November 1st is when I'm moving, but at the time, I don't know when this will launch, but for me, it's like, I feel this hum, and I know it's right, and, like, even if like days have passed and I don't talk to the landlord because she's moving into her house too, so like there's a lot of emotion and things happening, but like she'll reach out to say, hey, do you need this, or this is coming together, and like she'll check in with me, and I'm like, this is for me, and it's not going away, and it's for me, and that's what's made my heart sing in the more recent days, like when waiting for the bus to come and visualizing this and like trying to like
the vision,
but like also like trying to like be open to what comes, and like I find when I'm manifesting, I don't want to like put too much pressure on for it to be what it's supposed to be, like just letting it be, but also like I just want this thing, and then like trying to like let it run its course kind of thing, instead of like making to be so rigid about the ideal. So like for this house, like it checks off all the boxes, even like inadvertently.
It's the one. Yeah.
Thank you for asking me that.
It's beautiful.
Yes. What about you?
Palace.
Thank you. What's made your heart sing lately?
Being in the forest.
Yeah.
Me and my partner went to Oregon like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
And just being in the forest, like my heart is so happy.
Yes.
Around all the smells and the trees and that green color, and it undeniable feeling.
Yes, absolutely. It's so centered, it's so you. It like speaks to like your nature and like you being one with it. Like I remember we were talking about you being in Oregon, and it just like clicked. It was like, it just like, it feels like a clicking in, you know, like when everything in alignment, and it just feels like you're just like, there it is, like that's it.
And I went to Spirit Weavers this year for the first time, and that's when it really started. I was in Eugene and just in the forest over there, and my heart was like, it felt like I was doing like a back bend, like my chest was like so open
to the sky. That's amazing.
Yeah, just like this immense amount of just openness. And my heart was just wow. And then so I had to come back like a month later. And be in it again. I can't wait for my next trip to
absolutely. I mean, it's calling to you. It's so like everything's working itself out to get that to that point again. Absolutely. And it doesn't go away either. That like that call doesn't go away. We were talking in this other podcast about answering the call, and like how even if there's like a time of wait or a time of like figuring it out, the call will still be made. You know what I mean? Like it's never wrong. That feeling cannot be wrong. It's just about the time and the right timing. And like, you're like, okay, maybe you're anticipating the phone to ring kind of thing. And it's like, when it's your time, you will pick up the phone and you will go. You know? Every time without fail. Because that feeling is so undeniable. But it's been interesting to walk this path as a spiritual person, and to become a healer, and to become, you know, like a guide of some kind. And especially you mentioned social media too. Like, when you post on social media, is that like, what is your intent behind that? Is there an intention behind it? Is it just to share the message? Is it just like, social media is a thing and we have to do it? Or like, what's your feeling on that? Especially because you do have a bit of a platform and you are, you know, someone that people look to. And what does that feel like for you?
That's interesting. I haven't really been super active in posting very consistently on social media. I let myself go through phases of posting and, you know, letting it just be there. Especially because now I have a space. And so Soft Landing Space, you know, has a lot of events. We have cute little events. We have movie nights. you're gonna come. We're gonna make a marigold garland together and watch Practical Magic next week.
I've never seen Practical Magic.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so fun,
excited.
So cute. And then of course we have the trainings there, and so just advertising for those, like inviting people, like come on over. We're here. We have all price rate. You know, we have free book clubs, and you know we have donation-based talking circles, and we have a death discussion, which has been so fantastic. But just like, you know, advertising those things has been really my social media presence lately. Or if I'm, you know, selling little things, like I've been making jewelry lately. I love making jewelry, so I've been selling those on social. But lately it's just been kind of fun and light. I think I used to, and you know, maybe I will again at some point, but I used to approach social media more of like a diary.
Yeah.
And like be so vulnerable there.
Mm-hmm.
And right now I'm just not in a season for that.
Yeah, I appreciate the ebb and flow because it does feel just like with having platforms, it feels kind of like a responsibility to constantly like I have to be plugged in, I have to tap in, I have to share, I have to whatever. And like I kind of find myself getting in that same headspace too of like, oh, I just did this thing, so I now have to share about it or whatever. And it's like, I think it's such a cool approach to be able to just give yourself space to let it be what it is. And like, it's not that deep. Yeah. It's not that serious.
Yeah.
It just never really is that serious.
Yeah, no, it's always really funny to me when people are like popping on social media like, sorry, like I've been away for so long. It's like, babe, take a break. Like, it's okay.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're good, babe. Yeah. Just be free.
Yeah.
Free
on vacation.
Free yourself.
Just go do your thing. Yeah. We'll see you when you're back around.
Right.
Yeah.
The world still turns. You're not missing a thing. You're not missing a thing. Like,
yeah, and you don't owe anything. You really don't.
That's the point.
Like every time you post and share something about your life, like is a bit of a gift.
Absolutely. It's a
like,
privilege.
You really don't need to
do that. You don't. You really don't. I think for me, for Black Magic Woman, it started off as like a hobby, and it's always been like a love child of just like a place. My intention really was to just a place to put my feelings. That's literally all it was. I had no intent of it doing anything more than that for me.
Yeah.
And it's serving its purpose, and that was all. I was just like, I have a lot of feelings, and there's a lot of funny content in the world, and I want to share it. That's literally it. And so for it to blow up and for people to look for me as like a resource and stuff, I felt that pressure of like, oh my God, I need to be on it, like on it all the time. And I had to set boundaries for that and not answer DMs, and because people demand so much, and they need
You're their,
and it's like I didn't want to be that.
Yeah, you
really.
Never intended.
Heck no, I was like, I'm just a girl. Like, that's literally what it was. Like, I'm just like, when all of that stuff was happening, I was like, I'm just a girl, you guys. Like, I needed a place to put my feelings. I did not anticipate this taking off the way it has, and I'm so grateful for that. But I'm just a girl, you guys. Yeah. Everybody.
I'm just a person.
Yeah,
over here.
I'm just trying to figure it out myself. But I had to set some boundaries with that, and I was curious about like the boundaries that you set, especially like in your work and honoring your energy, because you do pour a lot and you do all of your events and you're having your one-on-ones with people. So what is it, like some boundaries that you've placed in your life as a spiritual person, as a person with a platform, as a guide, as all of these things? Like, what is it that maybe you like didn't have a boundary for that, and then you're like, woof, there's a boundary there. She needed a boundary. It's me. I needed a boundary.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't say I'm a boundaries queen. I think I've definitely gotten better at boundaries. I'm still learning.
Same.
I love giving to my clients. Like, I love giving to my students. That feels good to me. I've gone through different phases of like really having a lot of structured boundaries, and then it ends up not feeling good. So I'm honestly still exploring there, like what's right, because I don't want to become closed. I don't want to be a boss bitch.
Period.
I want to be a compassionate, like, friend. So
I love that.
Yeah, so, you know, like, even with like my jewelry prices, like, I want the girls to be able to play with the pieces. Like, I want to see people wearing the jewelry. I don't want people like spending their whole paycheck on a piece. So, you know, some people would call that poor boundaries and, you know, just in pricing. But for me, it's just like, I guess it's coming back to play, really. Like, I want to be able to play with people. I don't want to be this unattainable anything. Like, even in my healing work, like, I want to have discounted, like, sessions. Like, I want to have a sliding scale if you need it. And I find that a lot of people don't take advantage of it. They just pay the full price. So, you know, like, I like the flexibility there. And I think it's just in my nature of like being open. And it's almost been like kind of a journey of like accepting that like sometimes I just kind of want to overgive, and that's just what feels true and right. So boundaries, but I definitely have had some incidents where I have had to make some like very, very clear boundaries.
I'm sure of that.
Especially in my work, but you just kind of cross those bridges when come.
Yeah.
I think, especially as a woman, who like anyone can just like go online and book a session with.
Right.
Of course, you're gonna get like, you know, a few interesting scenarios.
Absolutely.
So you just have to really know when something feels uncomfortable. I think it's again like really just like listening to your body, listening to what your heart's saying.
Yeah.
If you're feeling like a lot of tightness in your chest around anybody,
Right.
there's a reason for that.
Sure.
So that would be the time to like bring in your boundary queen tools.
Yeah, absolutely.
Leave the room.
Yeah. Please go.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool because when we talk about boundaries, I mean, I'm still working on my boundaries too, because I am a giver and I am open, and there is a lot of like sharing and, you know, flowing and all that good stuff, especially in this kind of work. It feels good to me, and that's what I want to do. But I've also set the intention that like whoever's supposed to find me is supposed to find me, you know, and like, and I trust that my guides and spirit and source and all of that has my back. So I know that if the people are coming to me, it's for a reason. So, I mean, I feel lucky in that sense, but like, yeah, with definitely like my more Instagram platform than anything else, I've had to really set better boundaries, and I've had people set them for me. And I was like, yeah, thank you. I didn't know what to do. Like, I've had people like demand things of me and need things. And I'm like, I don't. And my friend's like, your DMs are closed. You don't answer DMs if you don't want to. And I was like,
no, I love that.
And I was like, thank you. And like, I was like, be my social media manager. Like, I need that. Like, she's like, your DMs are closed. If they want to talk to you, they can email you. And if you have to wait 3 to 5 business days to do these things. And I was like, I didn't have these opportunities in place or like these boundaries set in place. Yeah. But now that I do, I'm like, it's not being mean. It's preserving. It's preserving what I have.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I think that piece around like charging, like money, is always really interesting too, because I always, for me, like I have pillars in my healing practice that like healing is for everyone. And I want it to be accessible to everyone. So I want to obviously be like competitive, or not even competitive, or just like in flow with everyone that's working in the area that I'm working in. And I also want to offer open things for people to be able to just get what they need. Yeah. And like, I'm good with that. So, because it's also like, this isn't like really like, maybe it is, but like, yeah, I don't want to be a boss bitch. Like, this isn't like business. Like, this is my life, and like, these are offerings, and this is, I want to be smart about it, and I want to be able to like sustain. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then, I mean, I don't know. I just think like, especially for boundaries, there's not just a one size fits all thing.
I
like,
agree.
Oh, when this person does this, you do this.
Right. Right.
Or even with like session times. Yeah. I know that therapists have really structured session times. Yeah. I don't. Right. I could not. If someone's crying. Right. And it's time.
You said your half an hour's been up, babe.
A few more minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So, yeah, I kind of forgot where I was going with that, but yeah, I do think there's like flexibility with, you know, and feeling that body sense, like when you get mad, that's like kind of when I tell, like when it's like time to make a boundary for me, it's like, oh, I'm mad, okay, like once I'm pissed off, like that means something needs to change. Okay, so where am I over giving here? Like let's take a step back.
I agree.
And like regroup.
Absolutely. That feeling of like, maybe like for me it comes up as resentment.
Yeah,
or like
for sure.
I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. Because, like, there is a point where I'm like, I want to give and give and give and give because I love it and I have it and I want you to have it. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, I'm feeling taken advantage of now, and that's not their fault. It's mine. I need to reassess, like, what I can give and what I'm comfortable. Yeah. And what I want to share.
Yeah, it's like an opening and closing.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Like the seasons. Yeah. Like it's just like a difference, like a season of boundary making.
Yes.
Season of protecting your energy. Yes. Season of spending lots of time in solitude and taking care of yourself. And then there's seasons for giving, Like, I feel like it's very reminiscent of the summer. Like, summer, everyone's like, oh, here, have this. Yeah. Like, take that. Like, can I buy you something over here? And then winter, people are like, that's mine. That's mine.
I'm closing up shop and freezing. Yeah. Firewood. Yeah. Exactly. That's really funny. And then true, it's like spring is also like, okay, like I'm kind of utilizing a little bit of what I have now. We're all coming out of it again, but I can see
like
that.
We made it through the winter. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna be okay.
And then summertime's everybody's giving, giving, and then fall it's like maybe not as much giving now. Wintertime, no giving. Right. No warmth. Yeah. No, I love that. I think that's important, and it matters because there is a lot of rigidity around boundary making, and there should be. And I think, But it's so vast, this idea of boundaries. And I don't think it's just this one thing. And I think, like, I know, like, I'm very soft. And I think, like, maybe there is a lot of undoing or unlearning for me to be like, boundaries are mean, you know, or whatever. Because they're not. They're preserving you. And it's preserving what you have. And so you can give more.
We could have, like, literally a whole, like, 4-hour conversation on boundaries.
100%.
Like, because it is, like, such a big topic.
It is.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate this idea of, like, a gentler approach to it, because it doesn't have to be this rigid thing. It can just be. And it can flow with where you're at in the moment. And it's not punishing anyone. It's not punishing yourself. It's not taking away from anything. It's just, like, preserving what you have and being comfortable with that and knowing, like, what you need and listening. Again, falling back to that idea of, like, listening to your heart, listening to your body, trusting what you know, and also, like, asking for help and, like, having someone else kind of guide you through that too. Like, my friend stepping in to be like, hey, this is what you should do. I was like, thank God for you. This is what I needed. Like, community.
Yeah. People can really initiate you like that. Yeah, and it's lovely, and the universe speaks through them, and it's perfect.
It is.
When that happens.
It is.
I feel like it does. It happens so often.
It does. And
like,
you just have to be open.
Person.
Yeah, like, just be open to receiving that message from someone.
Oh, that's a possibility.
Yeah,
wow, cool.
Literally that. I didn't even think that was something I could do. And you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, so easy.
So much easier than I thought. Usually that's the case, though. It's a lot easier than I thought.
The door. Yeah.
It's so much easier than I thought. But yeah, I can't help it. I think you get a little, like, in your own mind, you get complicated and you think, and you're like, but what if, and it's this and it's that, and then you're like, you know what? Someone just kind of shows you that it can be easy. And that's really nice. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like you're that for me, especially like in my healing practice and healing in my journey. Like, it's always so nice and refreshing when we get to be together and talk, and, like, I'll tell you something and you're like, tell me more about that. Let's explore that. And I'm like, okay. And then it's like, oh, you're right. It is fun to be alive. It is fun, and it's silly, and it's okay. And I love that about you. I love that about your nature, and it's given me a lot. So thank you for showing up in that sweetness, because you are. It's totally that, and I love it. And I love that your energy is so open and free flowing, and that always is such a refreshing take on so many things, because it does feel so heavy, and it does feel so like there's so much happening in the sky, there's so much happening in the world, and we all feel that. And I think this week has been very telling, you know, of this time in our lives and all the things that are happening in the world. It's nice to be in community with someone that can see it and be like, you know, it's okay that it is. It's okay it's uncomfortable. It's okay that it doesn't feel good. It's okay that it's this. And it's okay that it's flowing as it should.
Yeah.
And have that reminder of, like, it's okay. Whatever it is, it's okay.
Yeah. And, like, maybe we can't do something over there.
Right.
Yeah. Like, we can't do anything in Israel or occupied Palestine. But we can do something here, like with our friends.
Yep.
With our neighbors.
Absolutely. Like I was just saying to you today, like, your work is healing the world. I really believe that. Like, it's like, even in these small, what it feels like a container, or it feels like just a moment with somebody, it's like these healing energies are felt and spread and shared and reverberated through the world. You know what I mean? Like, these things are not just done in an incubation. It's not just done in this one moment. It's felt, and I think that's also super important to be reminded of, you know? It's like we're doing our part. And that feels good. Yeah, because it can feel a little bit debilitating. Yep.
If you don't really know how to help or how to reach out or how to, like, find love again.
Yeah.
But there are so many ways to do that right where you are.
Absolutely. 100%. Amazing. I want to give you an opportunity, if there is something that you want to shamelessly plug in this moment, to just let it rip. Let the people know, share it with the world. If there's something that you want to, you know, highlight or...
Yeah, so I am working on something that I am really excited about right now that'll be launching later this month, maybe by the time this podcast is out. They are DIY jewelry making kits.
Oh!
And I already have one out. It's a bead weaving earrings kit, but I'm going to be making one for my butterfly earrings.
Yes!
And also a cute little fairy necklace with a pearl bow. So everything will be in the kit.
Yeah.
And then I have a video tutorial. So I take you through every step. And they're super fun, super cute, totally affordable. And they'll be out soon.
That's so exciting. Yeah, we don't see this, but Alix is wearing these beautiful, like, green iridescent, beautiful earrings that she's made, and she's just launched this out right before, like, gift giving season with all of her beautiful magic butterflies. And I love seeing them all over Instagram, and I love seeing you make them and just, like, rock your beautiful art. It's so beautiful and fun and light and airy, just like you. So I'm so excited to get my hands.
Yeah, they're so fun.
Yes.
They're so fun to wear. They're very, like, nostalgic of sort of, like, Y2K.
Totally.
Like jellies, sandals, and, like, limited to, like, little shorts.
Yeah.
And, like, then you have, like, your little butterfly earrings.
Yes.
Yeah. And your side bangs.
Oh my god, not the side bang. Oh my god. I've trained my bangs to go back and straight, like the Kardashians. We all had the side bang for a time. It was a time. It was a time. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Lexi. Thanks for having me.
For sharing your wisdom and your sweetness and just sprinkling your fairy dust on this episode in my life. I love you very, very much.
Love you too.
And where can people find you?
I have everything, everything on earth2alix.com. It's Earth, spelled the regular way, TOALIX.com. And then I'm also on Instagram, Earth_2_Alix. So you can find me there.
And they will be finding you. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Lexi.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining into this episode. I hope that you were able to find some sweetness and some play in this episode with Alix Camp of Earth2Alix. She is not only a gentle and loving force, but a creative and ever-flowing, ever-evolving healer. I'm so grateful to be in community with her, as I am so grateful to be in community with you. So with that, stay creative, be soft, and know that it's okay. Take What You Need, the podcast was created by Lexi Bordeaux and Madeline Doss. Original music and production by Madeline Doss. This is a Bad Cat Audio podcast.